Okay, thank you guys for joining me. This is Marilyn Gale, and I am going to make, it's supposed to be a 6-fruit trifle. However, I couldn't find any nectarines or peaches that I liked, and I didn't want to use canned peaches or anything, so all of this is fresh fruit. I have pineapple. Okay, where's my pineapple? Oh, it's in the refrigerator, so I mix it up. Pineapple, kiwi, strawberry, banana, and blueberry. Okay, and I just got make sure you drain the pineapple. I got fresh pineapple because, believe it or not, I couldn't find any canned pineapple. So the recipe calls for canned, but everything in here is fresh. I cut them up, and there's my kiwi. Isn't that pretty? I love kiwi and blueberries. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my jello pudding. I have vanilla. You can use Coke. Not any, I wouldn't do chocolate. You could, well, wait a minute. Chocolate may be good for you guys. I just like it better with the vanilla. And I'm going to put a little kick of vanilla. I'm going to put a little vanilla paste when I make it. Now I'm going to put all the ingredients. I'm going to put everything in the description area. So, make this, but this is such a quick and easy recipe, and it's so good. Now what I did is I'm put the cake is in the oven, just a box cake, and the recipe calls for a 9-ounce. You know how the Jiffy cornbread size, I think that's 8 or 9. Okay, I just used half of the cake mix, and you could put 1 or 2. I put 1 egg in it. It called for water, so I put half a cup of water, and then it calls for oil. And so I got half of that, and I'll put everything in the description area. And I'm going to make that, like I said, I'm going to add a little vanilla paste to my vanilla to give it a little bit more of a vanilla flavor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it. And I have a punch bowl that if you flip it over and adjust it, it turns into like a nice glass truffle. But it's so high, it won't fit into my refrigerator. So I'm just going to put it in one of my glass bowls. And this is just something that if you have kids, they can... they can go in and just get a quick little snack or whatever. And look at all the fresh fruit that we have. So it's really it's not going to be a bad thing for them. And in fact, have your kids help you, arrange it if you like. And we're just going to layer it. So I'll be back after the cake is done. And then I'm going to cube I'll take the cake out, let it cool completely. I'm going to cut it into cubes, and then we're gonna start layering. Like I said, I'm going to make the pudding. We're gonna layer it, but I'll show you all that. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, the cake is out of the oven. It's cooled, and now I'm going to cut it in cubes, and that's going to be the first layer. I also have whipped cream. Well, not actually whipped cream. The recipe calls that you get some heavy cream and you beat it, put a little sugar. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to show you the quick way to do it. Just use some Cool Whip. And I got a big tub because I wanted some Cool Whip left over so I can put on top of everything, top of some strawberries. I had some strawberries left, you know, some other fruit left. So, you know, I might just, when I devour this trifle, I will put Cool Whip on top. But if you want to get some heavy cream, I'm going to put the ingredients and all that, and you can do that if you want. And I should have been talking and working. So then I'm going to I don't want it any smaller because the cake is kind of moist and I don't want it to crumble. It's crumbling enough. But you see, just like that. And we're gonna layer it, put fruit, put the whipped cream, put the pudding. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm gonna leave that like it is, cause see the little pieces be crumbling. So next I'm going to just make the pudding. You know how to make pudding, but I'm just going to do that really quick. Okay, now I'm going to make the instant pudding. Guys, get the instant. Don't get the kind you have to cook over a stove. The consistency is just not the same. And when you're doing this, do not use soy milk. It just doesn't work the same, the consistency. So I always use this kind of milk because a lot of people, you know, may think, or I used to think, let me just speak to myself, I used to think that I had to get the lactose free. But the A2 milk, and I'm not sponsored by them, guys. Okay, next I'm going to put the vanilla bean paste. I use this a lot. So I'm just going to squeeze some in there. Give it a little bit more vanilla flavor. But I can drink milk. The A2, I think they said that they take the protein or something that they take out. So a lot of people, according to the commercial, a lot of people may think that they lactose tolerant, and a lot of people are. But I can do this. So what I did is I put the milk in. Like I said, I'll put everything in the description area. I'm whisking this. I'm going to do this for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to let it set. And then I will put everything together. I love vanilla pudding just by itself. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I end up testing to see if this would fit in my refrigerator because after I put it all together, I am going to let it set overnight. The minimum you want it to set is 4 hours. So if you're planning on having this dessert, fruit dessert, plan ahead. You know, you can't do it at the last minute. So now I'm going to wash my hands and then assemble everything together. And guys, when I cut up the banana, I put a little lemon on the banana. I put it in a bowl by itself, and then I put a little lemon on it. and that prevents it, and then I stirred it around, and that prevents it from turning brown. So first I am going to line the bottom with the cubes of the cake. And you're going to have some cake left over, because remember I had the larger box of cake mix. So I'm just going to line the bottom with the cake cubes. And then what I'm going to do, oops, just knocked the camera over. Then what I'm going to do is put the fruit mixture on the cake. And the last layer, of course, will be the fruit. And I'm just going to sprinkle. Try not to put all the blueberries on one row. I seem to be catching them all. Okay. And then what I'm going to do to put the pudding. Okay, the pudding is set. Now, you know, kind of hard to spread it all evenly because the fruit, of course, is not even. And then what I'm going to do is put the whipped cream. Like I said, I used Cool Whip, so I'm gonna stir that because I put the rest in the freezer. Okay, so I'm going to put the Cool Whip, and if I need more, I'll take out more for the second layer. But right now, I think I'm good. Okay. And then I'm just going to repeat it. Okay. Let's put some more cake. And this is a bigger bowl than what the illustration shows, so it's not going to reach the top. It was supposed, in the illustration, it was a smaller bowl, but the one that I was going to use before I figured out this container would fit was larger. So we're going to cover this with some fruit. going to put some pudding. I don't have any plastic wrap, so what I'm going to do is put a plastic bag over it, and then I'm going to put aluminum foil over that, or either some parchment paper. Now I'm going to add the rest of the whipped cream. And we're going to finish the top row. Let me take some more whipped cream out. We're going to put the top row with fruit. Mostly make sure you see the kiwi, the strawberry, and the blueberries. Okay, what I did is I took some more Cool Whip out the freezer and I kept stirring it till it was pliable. And now I'm going to finish off with the rest of the fruit. I don't want any to pineapple on top. Okay. The kiwi makes it look so good. Let me separate that. The kiwi adds a little bit more flavor. I don't know. But guys, look at there. Let me just have you take a better look. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. And like I said, I'm gonna let this set in the refrigerator I'm gonna leave it in overnight. But that's beautiful. Ta-da, ta-da. I can't wait to dig in. So anyway, guys, this is the 5 fruit trifle. And I just couldn't find any peaches, but oh, peaches or nectarines, that would just set it off. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator, and thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you. I appreciate all my subscribers, whether you've been with me from the beginning or whether you're new. You are appreciated. And just stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And not really a button, it's just a word. Just click on it and click the bell to get all my notifications. Plus I am going to come up with some more recipes, guys. Some will be new for me, but most will be things that I have cooked for throughout my life. And plus I'll be doing the home chef recipes. I get another shipment in a few days, so I'll be bringing those to you. Whether it be on my Being Marilyn Gayle channel or Eat with Marilyn Gayle, I will bring those to you. And some are very simple, and some are a few more steps, but to me they're all easy. So thank you so much. I wish I could dig into it right now, but I gotta let it set. that. Let them flavors just marinate. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Good night.